Well, good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman and Lana Ferguson, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. It is Saturday, March 4th, 45 degrees in San Jose, California. Lana, what do you got in Gretna?
I'm not sure. I have to look at it here just a minute. I'm so sorry. It's 36 degrees.
36 degrees.
Yes.
It'll be clear today,
I
or are
hope.
you going to join us and have a little bit of rain?
I don't think we're going to have rain. Just it's supposed to get up to 51. It's supposed to be cloudy. Doesn't look like there's any rain.
All
We
right.
might get a chance of snow on Wednesday and Thursday.
Ah, I think well, we're gonna be clear for a couple days. I think we're gonna have rain until Monday, if I'm not mistaken. On and
Oh,
off. Today's supposed to be a big rain. We could end up with an inch of rain today. And
it's like, oh, go for that. That's an inch of rain.
yeah, and then just showers for the next couple days. Then we're gonna have sunshine for a couple days. Then apparently we're gonna get a major storm coming in on Wednesday or Thursday.
We're
So
gonna have snow and cold weather, and I don't know what the week after that's supposed to be, but I've got 3 days I'm supposed to be in the Panhandle, and that's the 17th, 18th, and the 19th. And I certainly don't want those to turn into
I would just stay home and have corned beef and cabbage and just enjoy life.
I think you're right.
All right. What do you got for birthdays today, Lana?
I have one, and I don't know if she's on your list or not, but her name is Tiki, and I met her through Jennifer Gittimer. Um,
No tiki on my part.
Kiki Tyler.
Oh, Kiki.
Kiki,
Yeah,
did
no
I say?
Kiki. I
You,
got no Kiki.
you know Kiki. Do you have her?
I
No?
do not know Kiki.
Oh, you don't? Okay, well, I met her through Jennifer, and Jennifer
Get him her.
Gittimer. My mind. Anyhow, she is an energy coach, and
Ah,
she teaches all types of physical fitness, things of that sort. And she's a digital creator. She's got a lot of talent, beautiful smile, and I just want to wish her a very happy birthday. She
amen.
works hard at trying to get people in the right spots so they can be happy and physically fit.
Well,
So,
that's the way it should be. All
life
right.
is good.
Let me take a look. I think I have got two from yesterday, and they're the same because I went back and looked last night as I was sending out messages and said, oh, you're not on the same day. They were actually on the 4th and not on the 3rd. So, Trent Chapman, happy birthday to you. God bless you. And Mona Lee Dublimnik, happy birthday to you. God bless you guys. If it is your birthday out there, wishing you a very happy birthday. Enjoy your day. God
Yes.
bless you. Make it an awesome day. All right, let's talk about our friends we're in prayer for. Curtis Brown, Red Burkhammer, Shelly Elliott, Nancy Kirkbrand, Ashley Van Winkle, Jeff Rainey, Eric B. Lovin, Florino and family, Wilderly Jacobson, Nathan Liegenfelter, Rob Richardson, Michael Martin, Heidi Balladay.
And we have Sue Tavares, Jeanette Tibio, Brad Goodwin, Ron Goodwin also. Saw him and just saying hello and saying a little prayer for him that his day be blessed. Mercedes, Sadie Dawn Wimpin, Ken Roush, Brandon and Grace Robinson, and Elisha, Lashana Harper, Gina Rosen, Bill and Lois Dobbs, Roger Bowie and his family, Dexter Thompson, his family, D. Also Terry and Carmen. And we have Carol Lindell, Ronan Bowie, Anna, Debbie Schultz Benendorf, her daughter, and Julie Brennan, Mike Ferguson, Pamela Bowie, and Sarah. And with that, we're also thinking of Kathy's friend
Yeah.
that, yes, and praying that God will reassure her, give her joy and peace, and we're thankful for what God does in our lives and blessings to her.
Amen.
Peace and faith. Don't worry. Don't
Amen.
worry.
Have faith. And let's see, we're going to be reading today in Ephesians 6:10 through 20, and then Genesis 26, 1 through 35. We're going to get to learn a little bit about Isaac and how he was like his daddy.
Well, I hope that I have everybody straight today.
Everybody straight?
Well, yeah.
Want some straight folk here.
Well, yesterday I got a little confused. I put Jacob in a coat, and he's got a ladder, and Joseph has the coat, so got that straight.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's take a look and see what we got here with us this morning. Saturday blessings to all from Sunny Marco, 8267. Oh,
that sounds so good, and I know next week it's going to really sound better. So
it doesn't get much better than that. Lana, thank you for joining us. We absolutely love it. And go Cubs. Enjoy. God bless.
Somebody's got to win those baseball games, you know.
Yeah. Somebody's got to win.
Is that the Chicago Cubs? Is she a fan of the Chicago Cubs? Are there other Cubs out there? I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
And they must play out in Arizona. I didn't know if they were one of the Florida teams, but no, they play down in Arizona for the spring league. And I believe they have an Iowa minor league team, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that I'm right in saying that Fitz spent a good amount of time in Chicago growing up. So he
owns that team.
He was a Cub fan. Huge. You
know who owns that team, don't you? Former governor of the state of Nebraska, his family.
Oh.
It's family.
Well, I believe that governor must be doing okay financially.
At least his family is, huh?
Somebody is.
Somebody's gaining off of that. That's all right. That's what life's about.
It is. Enjoy it. Lana, have a great day. God bless you. And keep the heat flowing. Nice and warm at 82. And then Doug Wing, good morning. Hope you both have a wonderful day. May God continue to bless you. Yes. Doug, God bless you, man. I am digging the signs that you're putting up, that you'll be putting up in your man cave. It is very cool. Enjoy it, man.
I love that floor. It's a neat floor.
That's a good sized little man cave. So Doug, enjoy it. God bless you, man.
It may look a little different once he gets his vehicles.
Oh, I can only imagine. Only imagine. Yeah. Arnie Carvajal, good morning, Lana and Charles. Blessings to all this beautiful day. We're going to see the grandkids today, and tonight will be a crab feed. I didn't see an invitation there, Arnie. You guys didn't think there'd be enough crab for me? Come on now.
Crab can be sent on dry ice.
No. You guys have both you and Kathy have a wonderful time with the grandkids, and then enjoy the crab feed.
Do you guys have Dungeness crab? Is that what comes down your way? The Dungeness crab?
Dungeness, yeah.
Dungeness, is that how you pronounce that?
Well, Dungeness.
Dungeness. That is very good crab.
wonderful crab. We have been limited the last couple of years. They've had, well, at least this past year, they've stopped it because they didn't want boats out there because there are, if I'm not mistaken, there are wells that are swimming in those areas, and they don't want boats out there pummeling the wells.
No,
There's just too many commercial boats out there, and the wells have been injured, and they're trying to prevent that.
you can go up. I did go crabbing. I guess that's what they call it.
Don't all women go crabbing
I think
quite a
so.
bit?
That, but up on the peninsula, up in Washington State,
Nah,
that was an experience.
I can
Because
imagine. That
they,
would be awesome.
yeah, it was awesome. Out just a ways, and they just get those crabs and put them in buckets and
Yeah, one of my friends from real estate is a big time fisherman and goes out crabbing. And a few years back, he dropped me off some crabs, and
yeah,
it was I think it was the night before Thanksgiving. So I spent the night getting those things prepped and ready for eating in the morning or the next day sometime. But all tasty.
Oh, it is. It makes my mouth water just to think of it. It was
Amen.
so wonderful. Fresh crab.
Let's get off the food.
Let's get off of it.
Arnie, you and Kathy have an awesome day. God bless you, man. And thank you for being here as always. We certainly appreciate it. And then good morning, everyone. Have an awesome day. 3680 in Menard, Texas. Now, how far is Menard from Kerrville? And are you guys avoiding the weather that flew through there? And I hope that you are.
What happened there?
There were tornadoes and all sorts of stuff that went on through Texas, and I think it was more out towards Dallas and Fort Worth area. But apparently there were storms all over the place, and now they're heading into Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Tennessee is going to get a wake-up call. So, Bradley, have an awesome day, brother. Thank you for being here. We absolutely love it. And 80-degree weather, can't go wrong there.
That.
Can't go wrong there. Wishing you a wonderful time with your, I don't know, is it your wife? Your wife and family. God bless you guys. Enjoy it.
Enjoy.
Just have an awesome day, man. And Diane Cazares Harris. Good morning, everyone. Enjoy your day.
Good morning.
Morning, Diane. Thank you for being here. We absolutely love it.
Enjoy this day. It's going to be nice in Nebraska for once or twice, and we had some nice weather yesterday, and I had to work through it. So I hope today I get out there in some nice weather.
Well, got to enjoy it and take advantage of those times when you can. Diane, you and David have an awesome day.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day. And thank you for being here. God bless you guys. And what does Doug have to say? 42, warm and sunny, 70 degrees.
Sounds good too. 70 is good.
Yeah, because I don't think we're going to get to 50. If we get to 50, I think we're going to be lucky. But well, maybe we're going to be a little over 50, but we won't get to 60. That's for sure. We're going to feel raindrops.
Well, all next week we'll be lucky to get to 42.
Well,
we probably won't.
Enjoy this day.
We're going to enjoy today.
And let's see.
Tomorrow will take care of itself.
80 miles northwest of Kerrville, Jim Bowie country.
Oh, yeah? Really? One of my relatives. Way, way, way back, disputed the whole 9 yards. But yes.
Amen.
My brother, I think, was down there traveling around looking at some of that.
That's just been recently in the last few weeks, right?
Yes. And I'm anxious to hear his words about the trip that he had down there.
Well, that'll be awesome. We got a storm through Thursday night. The general area took some wind damage.
Uh,
And I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm praying for all those folks down there, and just when people ask me why don't you move to Oklahoma where you can get some free land, I said
what?
because you're in Oklahoma. Well, because of our Creek blood, they have values that the land where you can get for nearly nothing. So
What?
I said
Actually, are they selling it off the reservations?
they have got it in different areas, and I've got some friends that live back there and family that live back there. My cousins have got a ton of land now, and I just said it's Oklahoma. Guys, I think I'd rather fight the earthquakes in California.
I'll be honest with you. I've only been in Oklahoma, well, actually, to be there and stay there for a day or so, uh, to a horse show. My cousin Debbie's really into horses, and we went down into Oklahoma, and I was appalled. It there in the rural areas. It was very. It was a little unkept.
A little desolate.
Yeah, and unkept. I mean, like
Well, I
but
spent I spent 3 or 4 days traveling the reservations and going from city to city with my aunt and a cousin, and there were some pretty messed up things. So, but
that's
they enjoy their lives, or my aunt did. She passed away about 2 years ago, and
yeah,
but they have enjoyed it, and I,
the
that's the life that they wanted. So that was
the,
that
uh,
good for them.
the air down there does have red dust. You maybe think that's just kind of an old folk thing, but it's not. The clay is pretty. They've got a lot of clay,
Red
and
clay.
but it's beautiful country though. There's a lot of beautiful country.
Yeah. So Bradley, just be safe, man. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're traveling, just be safe. God bless you, man. All right. We're going to kick off and get right into Ephesians 6:10 through 20. And then I wanted to talk about something there real quickly.
Okay.
Real quickly. Going into Ephesians, finally. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the full armor of God so that you'll be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the full armor of God so that you'll be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything to stand firm. Stand firm, therefore, having girded your loins with truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. In addition to all, taking up the shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. With all prayer and petition, pray at all times in the Spirit. And with this in view, be on the alert with all perseverance and petition for all the saints. And pray on my behalf that utterance may be given to me in the opening of my mouth to make known with boldness the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that in proclaiming it I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. Paul's letter to the Ephesians telling them to be prepared.
You
We've
ready?
got a holy battle going on, a spiritual battle going on, and we need to be prepared. Now, I wanted to read something going right back to verse 10, and this came from Enduring Word. And it's again, verse 10, and I just want to read this. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Finally, this comes at the end of the letter, a letter in which Paul has carefully established our place in Jesus, and then the basics of the Christian walk. This is the last section dealing with that walk. For Paul to write finally here means that he speaks in light of all he had previously said, in light of all that God has done for you, in light of the glorious standing you have as a child of God, in light of his great plan of the ages that God has made you a part of, in light of the plan for Christian maturity and growth he gives to you, in light of the conduct God calls every believer to live, in light of the filling of the Spirit and the walk in the Spirit. In light of all this, there is a battle to fight in this Christian life. I read that this morning. I'm going, amen. This is what we need, and this is what we need to know. No matter what else is going, God has given us all these things. He's accepted us into his family. He has adopted us in through Jesus Christ. But we still have a spiritual battle as we go through this Christian life. We still need to make good decisions. But God has given us a way to get through this. All right, we're going to pop over and get into Genesis 26, 1 through 35. Lana's going to kick us off.
Isaac and Abimelech. Abimelech. Now there was a famine in the land, beside the earlier famine of Abraham's time. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Gerar. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you to live. Stay in this land for a while, and I will be with you, and I will bless you. For to you and your descendants I will give all these lands, and will confirm the oath I swore to your father Abraham. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and will give them all these lands. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed. Because Abraham obeyed me and kept my commandments, my requirements, my decrees, and my laws, so Isaac stayed in Gerar. When the men of that place asked him about his wife, he said, 'She is my sister,' because he was afraid to say, "She is my wife." He thought, "The men of this place might kill me on account of Rebekah, because she is beautiful." When Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from a window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She's really your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" Isaac answered him, "Because I thought I might lose my life on my account of her." Then Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the men might well have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." So Abimelech gave orders to all the people, "Anyone who molests this man or his wife shall surely be put to death." Isaac planted crops in that land, and the same year reaped 100-fold, because the Lord blessed him. The man became rich, and his wealth continued to grow until he became very wealthy. He had so many flocks and herds and servants that the Philistines envied him. So all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up, filling them with earth. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, "Move away from us. You have become too powerful for us." So Isaac moved away from there and encamped in the valley of Gerar and settled there. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the time of his father Abraham, which the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died, and he gave them the same names his father had given them. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and discovered a well of fresh water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac and Isaac's herdsmen and said, "The water is ours." So he named the well Esek, because they disputed with him. Then they dug another well, but they quarreled over that one also. So he named it Sitnah. He moved on from there and dug another well, and no one quarreled over it. He named it Rehoboth, saying, "Now the Lord has given us room, and we will flourish in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba. That night the Lord appeared to him and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and will increase the number of your descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham." Isaac built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord. There he pitched his tent, and there his servants dug a well.
Covenant with Abimelech. Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with his advisor Ahuzzath and Phicol, the commander of his army. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, since you hate me and have sent me away from you?" They said, we see plainly that the Lord has been with you." So he said, "Let there now be an oath between us, even between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you, that you will do us no harm, just as we have not touched you and have done to you nothing but good, and have sent you away in peace. You are now the blessed of the Lord." Then he made them a feast, and they ate and drank. In the morning they arose and exchanged oaths. Then Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. Now it came about on that same day that Isaac's servants came in and told him about the well which they had dug, and said to him, "We have found water." So he called it Shibah. Therefore, the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Basmath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and brought grief to Isaac and Rebekah. That is Genesis 26. Lana, what stands out to you in this chapter?
Well, that last verse, I mean, it kind of leaves us hanging, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Because Abraham had told him to stay away from do not marry within the Canaanites.
Right. And then
Marry a woman from Canaan.
Haven't we heard the story about "this is my sister" once before? Am I wrong on that?
Well, Abraham did the same thing with.
That's why I kind of stalled out there. I thought, am I in the right chapter here? Did I flip too far back? No. Isaac followed in his father's footsteps.
That's exactly what it says for the start of my chapter. Isaac follows his father in lies.
How it must be generational. It kind of shows us what generational sin can be.
They both married the most beautiful women from their areas, or they were married to beautiful women. And apparently, if you had a beautiful woman and she was your sister, guys were just going to take her from you, and possibly put you to death. And Isaac said, "I didn't want to be put to death." And Abimelech says the same thing that he told his dad. "What have you done to us?
Yeah.
What have you done to us?"
Yeah. What was it? What were you thinking? I heard that many times. What were you thinking? Obviously, he was just doing, but he wasn't around when that happened.
Of course not. But Abimelech was.
I'm surprised he didn't mention his father.
No, he doesn't mention his father. But he does know that he's been blessed exactly like his father.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Yeah.
tells him to go away from there, and then God lets him know where he wants him to settle at. And it's a great story.
It is. And he just becomes more and more wealthy. But he's digging wells for the people, for his people, and I would imagine for others.
Well, for the animals also.
Yeah. So,
And he had left where they had been living because again they were in a famine. They were having a famine, and God said, "Do not go to Egypt." So he doesn't quite make it there.
and that's good because God didn't want him in Egypt.
He did what God told him, but then lied to his now friend Abimelech. And it's just one of those things that we have to take a look at and understand why he did that. But he knew that with his wife being so beautiful that he would most likely lose his life, and he didn't want that.
That's what they were protecting, was their lives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the risk of their wives being taken by another man.
The thing is, they did leave 2 wells, though. So he did leave those wells, which profited others. And when you think of that story, here the Philistines had actually went and destroyed the wells that were there that his father had dug. And think about that stupidity. I mean, honestly, they were just being mean-spirited, went out, but yet it really probably affected everyone, I would think.
Everyone that was in those lands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we see that today, I think, in a sense. People that will go out and they think they're just destroying or hurting another person when actually they're hurting everybody.
You got to get through it. And we see it repeated over and over and over again.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I think we're at a good stopping point for the day. Want to wish everyone a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your day. God bless you, and thank you for being here. We are grateful for each and every one of you, those that are watching now, those that will watch later on. And Lana, thank you for coming on to do the reading. We are grateful, very grateful for that. And if you'd like to join us tomorrow, we'll be back here on Sunday morning as we continue our walk through the Bible. And in the words of our dear buddy, Mr. Fitz,
have a red letter day.
Have a red letter day. God bless you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.